If this is a brand new workbook, the name at the top of the screen is likely to be Book 1, Book 2, something like that. We do need to save our work from time to time. Keep in mind that the entries you might have made here, although they are being stored in RAM, that's working memory, they're really not being stored permanently, and you certainly do want to save this information as a file. But the question will surely come up as you click the File tab in the ribbon: should I do a save or save as? What's the difference? Save as is always safer, it's a bit longer. It does give you a choice as to where you will save the file, what name you will give it, and whether you need to save it in a different format. Now, you might want to save it on the SkyDrive if you're using that capability. You might want to save it on this computer. And your computer right now might have your flash drive plugged into it. Let's go to Browse here. Maybe in my case here, I simply want to save this file, which was already created. I really want to save it in its current location. Now, if this were a brand new file and this says Book 1, I'd probably want to give it a different name, or even now, if I want to use a different name here, I can type in a different name as I choose, up to 255 characters. Do stay away from many of the special characters. You know, hyphens and underscores work okay, but a lot of other symbols such as asterisks and slashes, you probably don't want to use. If you want to change the name, or if it's a brand new file, you want to give it a name. That's certainly important. If it's a second, third time, fourth time, often you're not changing the name at all, you just give it a quick look that looks great. Where are you saving it? If you're using Windows 8, your screen is likely to look the way it is here. Windows 7, probably fairly similar, but a little different. But you'll have choices on the desktop, possibly some other location on this computer, on the hard drive, or if you've got flash drive plugged in, certainly other places to save it. You'll make that choice when necessary. A third choice, occasionally necessary and sometimes really important: save as type. If the file you're saving is likely to be used by some other people who don't have one of the more recent versions of Excel, maybe you want to send this to a friend who is using Excel 2003, you want to be sure that this workbook is saved in the format that that person can use it in. By clicking the drop arrow here in the panel next to Save as Type, you might want to make the choice Excel 97 to 2003 workbook. There are certainly some other choices out here that from time to time you may want to explore. In this case, let's say, we don't really need that, but we certainly could in some cases. Choosing Excel workbook, simply reaffirming what the choice is here, is likely to be your more common choice. In fact, you won't even think of it as a choice, you'll simply ignore it, eventually just click Save or click OK here as we complete this. Anytime there's any doubt about where a file needs to be saved or what its name is or what file type you want to store it in, go to Save As. Now, as we go back into Excel, imagine if we've made some more changes. Maybe we're going to put in some formulas here. Imagine if we've done that, we've made some more changes. What do we need to do from time to time? We need to save our workbook all over again, but it certainly doesn't have to be that extended series of commands. The File Save button, likely to be that first button here in your Quick Access toolbar, although it means Update, doesn't say that. Save simply means, if we were to click this right now, update this workbook to include our most recent changes. So, you want to do that from time to time just to make sure that what you're seeing on the screen and what you've got saved match up. If there's any doubt about saving files, you're not sure exactly with regard to the file name, its location, or its file type, choose the command by way of the File tab, Save As.